Hello, vinyl community. Welcome back. It's Brian here. And I should start by offering a sort of an apology to the vinyl community because I'm going to talk about compact discs today. I wasn't the earliest adopter of the compact disc, but I remember buying my first compact disc player in, I think, 1988, and then started buying CDs pretty much exclusively after that, although not completely. And I sold my turntable, which was an unfortunate thing, and I sold some records. Not all records, I held on to some, but I sold some, and it does cause me a bit of anguish to recall what I sold, and I don't like talking about it. But I thought I would talk about CDs because I bought them for many, many years, and I have a fairly large collection, and I wanted to just start by showing some box sets that I have. I can't show them all in one video, there are too many, but I might circle back and do another video later on. So I'm going to start with the first CD box set I ever owned, which I got free. And this is called Palatine, or Palatine, I'm not sure which, The Factory Story, 1979 to 1990. This came out in 1991. As I mentioned, I got it free from a local radio station, which is called CFNY 102.1, sometimes known as the Spirit of Radio. It no longer is the Spirit of Radio. It's known as Edge 102, and I don't think it's a very good station anymore, but it used to be fantastic, and I listen to it all the time. So this is a 4 CD box set. You can tell by the shape of it, it was that early style where it sort of mimicked the shape of a record, so you could put it on your record rack. And I got this because I answered a trivia question on a call-in. I even remember the question, but that's kind of immaterial. There are the hard to see artists on the back, and the tracks are listed down here. So just to give you some idea of who's on here, we have Joy Division, Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, A Certain Ratio, Durruti Column or Durruti Column, I'm never sure of the pronunciation. I'll just read some highlights, I'm not going to read them all. James, Section 25, New Order, Stockholm Monsters, Cabaret Voltaire, Happy Mondays, Railway Children, Kath Carroll, Electronic. So this is, let me just show you the booklet that comes with it. So this is the booklet, and a little introduction from New Musical Express. Each track has a description about it. So there's information about transmission from Joy Division and Electricity by OMD with Ian Curtis. There's some photography throughout here. Then there is an essay called The Amsterdam Story from New Musical Express. There's another piece on the New York story from Steve Sutherland that was published in Melody Maker. And at the back we have pretty much the factory catalog until that time. So an interesting booklet. And this is the CDs in this set. So the first one is called Tears in Their Eyes. That's from 79 to 82. The second one is Life's a Beach. That covers the next 5 years. We have Beat Group, 79 to 89. And we have The Factory Story selling out in 1987 to 1990. Just pull out of here. Oh, it's hard to get out. So it's the back. It's hard to see. And your typical early CD design. Now this is also available on vinyl. I remember when I won this, I was thrilled that I got the CD version because I was, really into CDs at the time. But now, of course, I wished I had the vinyl version because I would have enjoyed that much more now. But still, it's a pretty good set that covers factory records from 79 on to 1990. So, I think it's a pretty good box set, and especially since I didn't pay for it. So that's always great. So the second one I'm going to show is a collection of soundscapes by Robert Fripp. This is called Soundscapes, or 1995 Soundscapes Live. So it includes Radiophonics, A Blessing of Tears, and That Which Passes. Now, this is an updated version of Frippertronic, so if you know No Pussyfooting and Evening Star, You'll know about the tape loop he developed with Brian Eno, and that was analog. The Soundscapes is a similar technology, but it's actually digital, so it's quite a different process, I guess. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but essentially these are loops that he created using digital technology rather than tapes. I saw Robert Fripp on a tour, on a Soundscape tour, and I'm going to forget the date, but I remember meeting up with some people who were on a Robert Fripp King Crimson discussion group, and we had a dinner at the Keg and then walked to the concert venue. And at times he would just put his guitar down because he had started these loops, and he'd walk away. I think he ventured into the crowd for a while. And before the show, he made two sort of proclamations. One is no smoking, which is a long-standing Robert Fripp thing. Oh, probably no photography, which is another Robert Fripp thing. And thirdly, he told us to go ahead and have a conversation with our neighbors if we wanted to. So that which passes. Now the other two are actually autographed. This is A Blessing of Tears. I don't know if you can see that very clearly, but that's Fripp's autograph there. That is the CD for that one. This is Radiophonics. Again, there's an autograph. I don't know if you can see that. I bought these from Discipline Global Mobile, DGM. I chose the autographed version. I might have paid more for it. I'm not sure. So those are the three that are in this box set. And I think if you like Soundscapes, you'll definitely like this. Another one of his that I really like is Live in Argentina, called 1999, which I think is his best one. So that's very interesting. The third one I picked off the shelf is the 40th anniversary edition of Piper at the Gates of Dawn from Pink Floyd. There is a double CD version of this, but this particular version has a bonus disc. So what this has is the mono version on one disc. The second disc has a stereo version, and the third has just other things, early singles, but also some different edits. So it has Interstellar Overdrive, 2 versions of that, Apples and Oranges, Matilda Mother, plus some singles that you may know. And so that's disc 1. Various bits of information and photographs. And then the last 2 discs at the back. So this came out in 2007 for the 40th anniversary. And I think it's pretty good. The mono and stereo mixes are different. Like, it's not, to the casual listener, you might not notice it, but there is some difference, which is kind of interesting to hear. The back of it. And I'll just choose 4 today because I don't want this video to take too long, but for the 4th I thought I'd choose something a bit different, and this is a 4 CD box set called Mrs. Swing from Mildred Bailey. So this is, I guess you'd call jazz vocal. It's in the jazz style, or pop jazz kind of thing. And this covers the period of 1929 to 1942. She only lived from 1907 to 1951. She died at age 44 of tuberculosis. And you'll sometimes hear her referred to as the first woman to lead a jazz band, which is, I'm sure that's true. Some people refer to her as a white artist, but in actual fact, she's Native American. She spent, I think, the first 13 years of her life on a reservation in Idaho. And so she had, I think, 18 hit singles. So this box comes with a 52-page booklet with lots of information and photographs. It's kind of interesting. And then the 4 discs contain, if you can believe it, 100 songs. So they're spread out either 24, 25, or 26 tracks. So There'll Never Be Another, Born to Swing, Rocking Chair, Squeeze Me. And I'm not completely familiar with this. I have listened to it, but I'm not an expert on her by any means. But I think it's kind of an interesting thing. I haven't really shown much jazz, I guess you call this swing music, I guess. So I might come back and continue the trek through my CD box sets, but it might take a while to get back to it. In any case, thanks for watching once again, and I will talk to you maybe next week. Thanks.